Hello from Japan! Have all of you watched the Juju Sanpo from Jujutsu Kaisen, the latest anime episode? This Juju Sanpo is like a bonus at the end of the anime and is known for the fact that Akutami Sensei, the original author, writes the story. And in this Juju Sanpo for episode 15, there is a scene where it's possible Gojo agreed that Miwa-chan is his type of girl, but we don't know for sure. This is causing quite a stir among Japanese fans. Actually, most Japanese fans think the most believable observation is that Utahime and Gojo are talking about different topics compared to what female students were talking about. I will explain why in this video. I had not made a video about Jujutsu Kaisen before this, but since I loved so much and always check the manga and anime every week, I thought I should try making one. So, in terms of what Juju Sanpo was about, what kind of person is your type is displayed on the screen at the beginning. And the female students Maki, Mai, Nobara, Nishimiya, and Miwa each answer what kind of person their type is. This could have been influenced by the fact that Todo asked Itadori about his type in the actual anime. Their answers are as follows. Maki, someone who's stronger than me, at the very least. Mai, what makes you think I'll answer? Nobara, I totally can't stand kakikukeko. Please look at the screen for the meaning of kakikukeko. Nishimiya brings up Sebastian Stan as her favorite actor and simply mentions, he has a great body. Finally, Miwa says, well, I like hot guys, like most girls, but I want someone fun to be around too. And it's important to whether or not he can make you feel like he's the only one for you. Oh gosh, how embarrassing. Many fans have responded that this unembellished response that shows the good character of Miwa was pure and cute. Next is the scene between Gojo and Utahime right after. While trying to remember something, Gojo says, that girl who looks like a nice girl and has distinctive or notable bangs. That girl. Thinking about a girl who looks like a nice girl, Utahime comments, Miwa? I believe many people already know this, but the scene with Gojo is causing a controversy. Given that Gojo is extremely popular after all, some fans were shocked, saying things like, I didn't know Satoru Gojo was officially coupled. Others said, he's the worst to say that a female high school student is his type. Right after the broadcast, Miwa-chan and Maegami Naname, diagonal bangs, were trending on Twitter, causing a bit of a storm on social media. There was also lively discussion between fans who recognized that Gojo's favorite type is a girl with distinctive or notable bangs. That seems like a nice girl and is like Miwa-chan. Now I will get into detail about the situation with each of the groups of fans. For example, in terms of Gojo's statement about a girl with distinctive or notable bangs, many fans connected to Satoru Geto, who he actually said has weird bangs in the story about Gojo's past in Volume 8 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Also, the actor named Sebastian Stan that Nishimiya mentioned is known for playing the role of Bucky in Captain America: Civil War. In this movie, he is Captain America's friend, but confronts him as an enemy after being brainwashed. Fans presented that theory that since these circumstances of his are similar to those of Geto and Yuichi Nakamura, who was a voice actor for his friend Captain America, is also the voice actor for Satoru Gojo. So Gojo's type may be Geto? There were also quite a few fans who thought of Itadori one of the best boys in the story, based off of Gojo's comments about a nice girl. This is because Iko can also mean a nice boy. The literal translation of Iko is good or nice child, so it depends on the context, whether or not they mean a girl or boy. There were also female Gojo fans who were shocked to find out that Gojo's favorite type was Miwa. It seems there were even fans who cut their bangs right away. I came across a hairdresser who tweeted that they found out that Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen was the reason why many females started to ask to have their bangs cut at an incline diagonally, and this tweet received many likes. In this way, many fans were discussing who and what kind of person Satoru Gojo's type is based on their differences in interpretation. Meanwhile, it is also said that Gojo and Utahime were not talking about their types at this time. And this is the theory that most Japanese fans believe. I also related the conversation between Gojo and Utahime to the title of What Kind of Person Is Your Type at first. However, Utahime's reaction to Gojo's response is pretty light. Rather, due to the atmosphere around the two of them, I couldn't think they were talking about romantic love. If they were talking about such a topic, Utahime would react in a different manner, and I believe that she would probably have gotten angry if Gojo brought up a female student from her school as an example. In fact, the author states in volume 5 of the manga that Utahime seems to hate Gojo quite a bit, so I honestly think it will be difficult to imagine her talking about his type, let alone asking him any questions. Of course, fans still believe that there is a sense of trust between the two though. Therefore, the two of them are probably talking about a completely different topic. The scene at the beginning involved Utahime trying to remember and figure out who the nice girl that Gojo mentioned is, after Gojo gave a specific example of a nice girl with distinctive or notable bangs, whose name he cannot remember. Miwa had photos taken of her together with Gojo in the Juju Sanpo for episode 8 of the anime, so the conversation between the two of them could have been something like this. By the way, I was asked to take a photo together with somebody. By who? That girl who looks like a nice girl and has distinctive or notable bangs. Ah, that's Miwa. In other words, doesn't this mean that each of the scenes are separate and not connected? I personally believe this is the most believable observation so far. So fans of Gojo, please do not cut your bangs diagonally yet. However, looking at what kind of person is your type at the beginning, it is understandable to think that the conversation between Gojo and Utahime is also about this topic. The author may have intended to mislead the fans on purpose by making the scene with Gojo seems like it was connected with the scene that the female students are talking about their types. I do really like the proactiveness of the fans who immediately cut their bangs diagonally. The truth hasn't come out. What do all of you think? Please feel free to let me know in the comments. See you later!